Captain Alex Turner was known as the most handsome and skilled pilot in the aviation industry. With a chiseled jawline, piercing blue eyes, and an aura of confidence, he was admired by everyone who met him. But beneath his charming exterior lay a man haunted by a tragic past, a past he had buried deep within his heart. On a routine flight from New York to London, Alex was assigned to fly a Boeing 777. The flight seemed like any other, except for one thing, a mysterious passenger in first class. She was a striking woman with an air of mystery about her, dressed in all black with a veil that partially obscured her face. She handed over her passport to the flight attendant with a slight tremble in her hand. Throughout the flight, Alex couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. The woman didn't speak, didn't eat, and barely moved. It was as if she was waiting for something, or someone. Alex's instincts, honed over years of flying, told him that this was no ordinary passenger. As the plane cruised at 35,000 feet, the clear sky suddenly gave way to dark clouds. Without warning, the plane was caught in severe turbulence. The passengers clung to their seats in fear, and even the experienced flight crew looked concerned. Alex did his best to calm the passengers, but he knew this storm was unlike any he had encountered before. Suddenly, the plane's instruments began to malfunction. The autopilot disengaged, and the plane started to descend rapidly. Alarms blared, and the flight attendants scrambled to secure the cabin. Alex's heart raced as he fought to regain control of the aircraft. But then, something even more terrifying happened. The mysterious woman stood up, walked to the cockpit door, and knocked. The flight attendant tried to stop her, but she pushed past with surprising strength. Alex, sensing danger, quickly unlocked the door and let her in. The woman removed her veil, revealing a face etched with pain and sorrow. She introduced herself as Emily, and she had a shocking story to tell. Years ago, her husband had died in a plane crash that Alex had piloted. The official investigation had cleared Alex of any wrongdoing, but Emily never believed it was an accident. She had spent years tracking him down, determined to confront him. Emily revealed that she had planted a device on the plane that would cause it to crash, just like the one her husband was on, but as she looked into Alex's eyes, she saw not a monster, but a man tormented by guilt. Alex confessed that he had always blamed himself for the crash, even though it wasn't his fault. He had been haunted by nightmares and had nearly given up flying. Realizing the gravity of the situation, Emily's resolve began to waver. She had wanted revenge, but now she saw that Alex was a victim too. With the plane still descending, Alex pleaded with Emily to help him deactivate the device. Time was running out, and the lives of hundreds of passengers were at stake. Emily, torn between her grief and her conscience, finally agreed. Together, they rushed to the cargo hold, where the device was hidden. As they worked to dismantle it, the plane continued to plummet. The tension was unbearable, and every second felt like an eternity. With mere moments to spare, Alex and Emily successfully disarmed the device. The plane stabilized, and the passengers breathed a collective sigh of relief. But the ordeal was far from over. Emily, overcome with emotion, collapsed in tears. She had come seeking vengeance, but instead found closure and a sense of peace she hadn't felt in years. Alex, too, was changed. The experience forced him to confront his own demons and accept that some things were beyond his control. He realized that he couldn't carry the burden of the past forever, and that forgiveness, both of himself and from others, was the only way forward. As the plane touched down safely in London, the passengers erupted in applause, unaware of the drama that had unfolded behind the scenes. Alex and Emily shared a final, silent moment of understanding before she disappeared into the crowd. In the days that followed, Alex returned to the skies, but he was no longer the same man. He flew with a newfound sense of purpose, no longer haunted by the shadows of his past. And though he never saw Emily again, he carried the memory of their encounter with him, a reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always a chance for redemption. The story of Alex and Emily teaches us that holding on to the past can be destructive, both for ourselves and others. True healing comes from facing our demons, seeking forgiveness, and choosing to let go. Sometimes, the bravest thing we can do is to find peace in the face of our deepest fears.